I'm Andrew, and welcome to History Ignited. Today we're going back to a big moment from We Didn't Start the Fire. England's got a new queen. That's talking about Queen Elizabeth II, who became queen in 1952 and went on to have one of the longest reigns in English history.
And I'm Caroline. Queen Elizabeth became queen when she was only 25 years old.
That's right. Elizabeth became queen after her father, King George VI, passed away. She was young, but she took on a huge responsibility, leading the United Kingdom and other countries in the British Commonwealth.
Wait, what's the British Commonwealth?
Those are a large number of countries that used to be a part of the British Empire and have chosen to remain strongly connected to England.
So countries like Australia, Canada, and India, but not the United States?
Exactly. This connection started because England once conquered and colonized these countries, bringing them under British rule. Over time, most gained independence and now have their own governments. The Queen's role today is largely symbolic, reflecting historical ties, but she doesn't have actual power in these countries.
After King George VI died, Elizabeth's official ceremony, where she was crowned queen, took place on June 2, 1953. It was held at Westminster Abbey in London, a historic church where kings and queens have been crowned for centuries. This was called her coronation.
Queen Elizabeth's crowning was special because it was the first one ever shown on television. People around the world tuned in to watch, even though a lot of families didn't have TVs yet. They would gather at friends' houses or community centers just to see the big event.
That's why it was such a famous event. It allowed people in the Commonwealth countries, and even other countries, to feel they took part just by watching this historic occasion. This is something that had never really happened before. The Queen gained a lot of goodwill from people because of this.
During the ceremony, Elizabeth wore St. Edward's crown, which is covered in gold and jewels. She also had a scepter and an orb, which are symbols of her power as queen. She made a promise to serve the people of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth and to protect their laws and traditions. I have a question. Does anyone remember seeing the Queen's crown jewels?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when we went to London.
When Buckingham Palace.
No, it was not. I don't think it was Buckingham Palace. It was the Tower of London.
Remember the room full of all the jewels?
Yeah.
And do you remember all the guards?
Oh yeah, they were like...
Imagine if someone jumped over the fence.
Remember that one guard? What was his name?
Or the Beefeater.
The Beefeater. Do you remember his name?
Beefy409 on Facebook.
Wow. All right. Well, since you remembered, maybe we'll tag him in this episode.
Yeah, let's tag him.
All right. Sorry. Now back to our regular programming.
No, that's good. I like it.
Get him some followers. Am I the only one?
All right. Queen Elizabeth kept that promise throughout her life. She was a symbol of stability, staying steady through many changes in the world, like new inventions, space exploration, and social movements. People admired her for her dedication to her role as queen.
And she loved animals. Queen Elizabeth was famous for her pet corgis, small dogs that followed her everywhere.
Queen Elizabeth ruled for over 70 years, longer than any other British queen. She saw a lot of changes but stayed true to her promise to serve.
Queen Elizabeth passed away in September 2022, and her son Charles became king. Now he's known as King Charles III. He became king right after she passed away, but was officially crowned in 2023.
King Charles was 73 when he became king, making him the oldest person to ever become king in British history. He waited a long time for his turn, and now he's following in his mother's footsteps to serve the people. So now, England has a new king.
Yes. Queen Elizabeth's reign was one of the longest in history, and now King Charles III has started his own chapter as king. Thanks for tuning in to History Ignited.
If you like hearing these stories, make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts and follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Now it's joke time. Ready?
Why did the king go to the dentist?
Why?
To get his crown sacked.
Good one, Caroline. Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep sending in your jokes. We'll see you next time on History Ignited.